Well, hello and welcome everybody to our 30-day reset program here with Dr. Staci and I. As many of you know, Dr. Staci has her PhD in functional medicine and I am a certified health coach and naturopathic practitioner. And together we're combining our life experiences and knowledges to help you reset your health for 2023. So Staci, thank you so much for joining us today and helping our group of people out here.
No, absolutely. I'm happy to join you, Gloria. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So anybody that's on live, if you have a question, please post it down below. If there's something specific you're looking to improve in your health for 2023, then jot it down below. And if we don't address it on this little mini live, we will come back and address it later. I personally need to reset, Staci. I don't know about you. As much as I, do the best I can to stay healthy, there's always that little cheat factor in there. All of a sudden the energy goes down or you get a little bloating. How many of you can relate to that, especially during the holidays?
Yes.
Hi, thank you for calling us angels. So we want to help you. We are real and authentic. We're not going to lie to you about, oh, it's so easy just to do this, because it takes discipline, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. It starts in the mind. You have to make a decision. That's the first thing that has to happen. If you have to decide, I am committed to making some positive changes in my diet and lifestyle, and I'm committed to staying with it every day and making this a habit and incorporating these things into my life for my longevity. And so it is definitely a mental game, right? We have to make that commitment first. So kudos for being on here and listening and saying,
Yeah.
reset. I'm ready for this, this new 2023 that looks bright and amazing. And that's what I want my body to feel like and look like as well.
And you don't have to wait for the new year to reset your body. You can do it at any time during the year. But most people, they look at setting a goal for 2023. But Staci, haven't you found most people fail too because they can't stick with it? And one of the things I want to bring to all of you out there, I intend on coming in here on a regular basis to help you be accountable and stay on task. But let's get started and see what we could start with. Staci, I know for myself, I didn't even wait for the reset. I started doing my green drinks and my aminos already in the morning.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. Me too. I've already got some, chlorophyll here dropping in my water, little pH drops, got my alkalizing water system, just really kind of went through same thing, some new greens things, and got some juice I'm picking up tomorrow at the local, fresh juice place. And, I'm already in that mode myself. We didn't do anything crazy for the holidays, but still it's kind of like, compound effect there of a little here, a little there. It's like, okay, I need to get rid of this excess fluff and get myself back into a very consistent routine. And so it's part of it. It's what happens in life. We're human, right? And sometimes maybe if you don't feel good, if you get the flu or whatever, it kind of knocks you out for a few days. And then it's sometimes
knocks
it's hard
me out if I'm around people a few hours.
right? So it's all good. No judgment, right? And here's the thing too, like you said, Gloria, I mean, it's not something that you just do at the beginning of the year, because most people make New Year's resolutions. And actually, I don't think people actually do anymore because no one keeps to them. When I'm working out at the gym, the one in town, it's never, they never start their New Year challenge until February, because they know the people that come out of the gate in January, they're going to fall right off that horse and never get back up again. But the ones that are still there in February, they're committed and ready to go. And so, we're here to say, hey, let's get committed now, not to a resolution, but just to, a choice, because we change our oil in our car every 3,000 or so miles, right? We need to change our oil in our body, which means we need to reset that body, right? We need to get out the sludge, the toxins or whatever, and kind of give ourselves a boost. We need to pamper ourselves and take care of ourselves. So that's what we're going to go. We're going to share some things today with you guys, some tips, some suggestions on food, on cleansing, on supplementation, and things that you can do to really, help your body. Take what resonates with you. This is not about, oh my God, I've got to just like stop everything cold turkey and start this whole plan, because that's why most people fail.
Exactly.
The really good types of programs are transitioning in. How can I fit this into my everyday life with what works for me and my life and my family? And so we want you to be able to do that. So we're going to share some nuggets with you. And like Gloria said, we're going to be in here, helping, offering suggestions and tips along the way over the next 30 days.
Recipes.
Yeah, recipes, but know that you do what works best for you. And if it just means you incorporate one new thing a day or make one change a day, then that's what you do. You don't have to quit.
Stacy, something, big aha hit me today while I was driving. And I know this stuff, but we all kind of, forget little things and get off the track. And I mentioned earlier, I started my green shakes in the morning, and find yourself a good green drink out there if you're not able to juice your own stuff. But I was out running around and all, and I realized I'm not hungry. And that's because my body is being fed the nutrients. And a lot of times people think, oh, I can't live off just a drink, but you'd be surprised that you don't get hungry, right? I love it. I was like, oh, wow, this is wonderful. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Gloria, why don't you start with talking to him about the cleanse that you have?
Okay. Well, some of you that have been in here, we've done different types of cleanses, but I don't want to go into a real deep cleanse right now, especially in the winter months. Okay. But one of the ones that I use, which is a 3-day, okay, is called Renew Life, and it's all herbal. If you have something similar that you want to share down here, please do. But for people that are afraid, oh my God, I can't, I'm at work, this, that, whatever, it's too much. This is really easy. And what I'm going to do is do it the first 3 days, and then I'm going to do it at the end. And I might even do a bigger one later on. We'll see. But, just to get your body kind of cleaned out, your liver, your colon, to get things moving, because the thing we both know, Stacy, is all that sugar and processed foods and stuff that's stuck in there. It's why your brain is saying, feed me.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Your body is having withdrawals if you're not feeding it sugar all the time. And so when you can get some of that out of your system, eating clean and, supporting that cleanse with the clean eating and those lifestyle changes, then your body, those receptors switch off and your body no longer craves the sugar.
So what are some of the things that you, because I know you also coach people, what are some of the things that you suggest to people before they even start a plan?
Oh,
clean the closets out.
Well, I want to remind you that you go to the grocery store as an adult, you buy what comes home with you, right? And so, like I said in the beginning, you've got to decide, you've got to make those decisions and make that list of foods or nutrients, whatever it is that you want or need, cleanses, things like that, that you're going to bring into your home. And if that means you take some of the other stuff and donate it to the food pantry or the next door neighbor, or, go put it out in a storage unit somewhere so you come back to it maybe later, or probably not. Your taste buds are going to change. You're probably not going to want that type of stuff. It's really important to remember that you are in charge of what you buy. And when you only buy, things that are good and healthy, nutritious for you, that actually are feeding your cells and your tissues and organs, then you don't have the choice to go for the bag of chips or the popcorn or the pretzels or the fill your, plate with the browns and the yellows and that kind of stuff. So just remember, you're in charge of that. Make that decision, make that list, and feed your pantry and your fridge with the things that are going to nourish you.
And Stacy, people have told me over the years, yeah, but it costs so much to buy healthy foods, when in fact it really doesn't, right?
No, it doesn't. Go to your farmer's market, your local co-ops, go to the, grocery stores that are even like maybe the Aldi or things like that. They have organic produce there that you can purchase, things that are not, full of GMOs and, all the pesticides and whatnot. You want to stay away from those. Those are just going to wreak havoc in your body even more so. But there's a lot of places you can get good produce, good lean quality, antibiotic, hormone-free types of meat without having to spend astronomical amounts of money. You may need to drive a little extra, out of your way. It may not be 2 minutes around the corner to the grocery store. It may be something you do on, a Saturday when you have a little bit more time. So again, that's where the preparation and the planning come in.
Absolutely. And the thing is, when you're feeding your body more nutrients, you're not hungry. So you're not going for all those snacks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know another thing too, Gloria, people say, well, my husband's not going to do this, or my kids are not going to eat this way. So I get that too, right? And because my husband and I, my kids, we don't have the same taste. We don't eat the same things. And I think it's important that everybody can eat whatever they want to eat or hungry for, desire, in their body. And of course, you're in charge of your kids, right? And like I said, you go to the grocery store. So, but for example, with a spouse, Britt and I don't eat the same things all the time. We don't like the same things. Why would you expect two people to like the exact same foods, and this is what's on your plate, husband, and you have to eat it? So be okay with the fact that you're going to eat different foods, and there probably will be some foods in the house that may tempt you, but then that's why you stay connected in the community, in the group, right? And we'll keep you on track, accountability, and taking your progress, your pictures, and not the scale, don't worry about the scale, just worry about the pictures, accountable and saying, you know what, I'm committed, I'm going to do this. And okay, you want to have mashed potatoes with butter and sour cream and bacon, hubby, I don't want that. Okay, I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna have asparagus. If you want asparagus, you can have asparagus, but this is what I'm gonna have with my whatever else is on your plate. And so just being mindful of that and making that decision, but being okay that nobody has to eat the exact same things. And I'm big on that, even with your kids. God, I hated dinner time growing up because
I
it
know,
was
me too, hiding foods.
you can't get up until you've cleaned your plate. You're sitting here till bedtime, unless I could feed it to my poodle right under the table. And it was just horrible. It was horrible. I understand this is what we're having for dinner. Kids, try it. You like it? Great. No. Okay, great. Let's try something different. Maybe tomorrow, but we're not going to get into that. But just be mindful of the fact that we can eat different things. And if you're hungry, if you need a snack, eat a snack. It's okay. We all have different metabolisms.
Some of the greatest snacks that are also giving you the nutrients and no calories are all the different berries. Like I fell in love with berries, your blueberries, your raspberries, your strawberries, your blackberries, all of them. So have those kind of finger foods there when you want to pop something. Before we go any further, I see a bunch of you out there. So I want to gift the first 5 that say I'm committed to a very easy way to get started. I created this little manual years ago for my health coaching clients because every time they'd say, well, what do I eat? And what do I buy? And what do I do? And I was getting tired of just constantly telling them. So I created this little manual. And in here, you're going to find over 20 really simple recipes that you can make in less than 30 minutes and mix and match things for your family. If you vegetarian, you don't have to put meat, but if hubby or somebody wants meat, you could add it to it. So if you say I'm committed, we're going to get a hold of you, get your address, and send you a copy of this so that in the next 30 days, we make it easier for you. Okay?
Fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it. All right. So let's talk on that with food. Let's talk a little bit about food. Okay. And then we'll jump into some nutrients and other things that we're going to do. Ooh, here comes some committed people. So let's talk a little bit about food and some really simple things to eliminate from your diet that will make the biggest impact. And number 1 is going to be sugar. And like I said, you may have some sugar withdrawals. It may take a couple weeks for your body to get that out of your system. But the sugar is going to be the biggest thing to give up. Okay. And when you can cut out sugar, you'll see, like Gloria said, you're snacking on some berries, you're snacking on some, some green bean or some pea, snap peas or things like that, carrots and cucumbers, things that are crunchy, that satisfy that need, but also, give you the nutrients that your body needs and deserves. So cutting out sugar is important. Another one is gluten. You guys have all heard about gluten and the problems that it causes in people's bodies. So that's your bread, that's your pasta. Making sure that those are the types of things that you stay away from your cereals. And honestly, even if it says gluten-free and it's a cereal or a bread, you're like, what is in this then? Right? When we've got paragraphs of things, we need to be mindful of that. So that's another thing to give up is gluten. And it's pretty easy, honestly, to eat fresh and fresh foods, vegetables, whole grains without having to consume the pasta, the sugar, the breads, the rolls, the cereal bars that are full of that.
Everything. So let's give them some tips, because I know that when people stop sugar, it is really hard for them and they don't know what to do. So one of the things I'm going to put out there, and then I'm sure you have other ideas, is to make yourself a cinnamon tea. Believe it or not, a cinnamon tea. Cinnamon actually helps regulate your sugar levels. And then eat a fresh apple. the combination of the two help you reduce those sugar cravings and gives you energy. And that's simple. So you can make cinnamon tea and put some ginger in it to boost your metabolism. Drink it hot or drink it cold. Simple. What do you suggest when they're trying to get off this sugar?
Water, water, and water. Add lemon and lime to your water. Soak your water overnight in fresh fruit like strawberries or pineapple or oranges or lemons or limes or mint or rosemary, whatever your flavor is, but use water instead of that sugary snack. And if it's been soaked in fruit, you're still going to think, okay, this is good, this is sweet, if you have that sweet tooth. But the more water you consume, and I say this because most people don't drink anywhere near what their body needs. Half your body weight ounces, that's if you're consuming no caffeine, no sodas, no alcohol. And that's also if you're young. When you get older, your cells are dehydrated. And so being able to, cut out that sugar by replacing it with water is going to help your body, help get rid of those toxins. Also put it like a little pinch of Himalayan sea salt in your water, or put a spoon or two of baking soda in your water. That's going to help alkalize your body. And so when your body's alkaline, you don't crave the acidic things, the toxic, sugary, harmful things. So I would definitely increase your water intake, at least half your body weight in ounces, and maybe even more over that amount. Really, you trust me, you're not going to hardly be hungry at all. And you're going to say, well, I'm going to be in the bathroom all the time. Well, guess what? We lose weight. We lose toxins by our breath and by our urine. So you want to be in the bathroom, right? You want to be getting rid of that stuff out of your body. Your body will regulate itself where you're not going, 20 times a day as you detox all stuff out of your system. But just stay in, like what Gloria said, the drinks are going to be your best friend.
And get off the soda, people. It's killing you. It's acid. It's addictive. It's all sorts of toxins. And I know it's hard, but one of my gals out here, she's been off of it now, I think 3 or 4 weeks. And like her brain is functioning better. Her energy is better. And she's taken some different tips in order to get through that. And, she's doing amazing. So you'd be surprised. You get off some of these different things that you're used to, like all the processed stuff and these carbonated drinks. Life is going to change really good.
Well, I want to mention this really quickly, Gloria. This book here, it was about maybe 8 years ago when I found this book, Whole30. This is no sugar, no gluten, and no dairy. Dairy is probably the hardest thing for people to give up because people are very addicted to their cheese on everything. But this book here, it's Whole30, eating whole foods. Meat is included in here if you're, not vegan or vegetarian, but healthy, lean sources. But this book gives you, as you can see, it's thick, tons of recipes, really quick, easy, good foods to make for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It has lists of yes foods and no foods, things to eat when you're out in restaurants. It's a great resource. It helped me 8 years ago when I had put on a bunch of weight and couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. And I look back at pictures and I had this huge carb face, and I realized I was gluten intolerant and I didn't know it. And of course, then I was addicted to cheese. A block of cheese and crackers was dinner. It was simple and easy. And I'm like, carbs and cheese.
Sound like me. That's what I was doing there for a while.
So this is a great book if you want to pick something up on Amazon. That's going to be a great resource for you to find some recipes that the whole family will like. But you'll be surprised at how you can substitute things very easily and affordably. And you think you're having that sweetness in your food, but it's coming from a good source of nutrition versus,
So those of you that are on here right now in the Science of Health Balance group, this book, Whole30, I do have a link in there, as well as a link to Staci's book, Beyond Keto Cookbook. So there's a link there for that, and including the one that if you said I'm committed, the first 5 of you are going to get a free copy of this with very simple recipes to mix and match and get yourself started. So where do we go next? So we know that we've got to change nutrition. We got to get rid of processed foods and sugar. We got to increase our water. What's next, Staci?
So let's talk a little bit about how we can use a pretty cool, amazing technology to be able to support our body in this way. And so I want to talk to you, and you guys have seen us go live in this page before about the stem cell activation patch and the other patches that use what's called phototherapy or photobiomodulation to signal peptides in your body to bring your body back into balance. Obviously, you've seen Gloria's transformation over the last year, not only, on the outside physically, but what's happened on the inside from what she was dealing with health wise. And so there are some patches that do a really great job to help support us in our journey in resetting our body. Okay. And of course, one is the X39, the stem cell activation patch. That's our foundation. This is going to signal your body to produce more of its own healthy, young, youthful stem cells that go to work to repair and regenerate everything in the body. So this is definitely our starting point for anything to do with your health. But especially when we want to reset, this literally resets a third of your genes back to their young, youthful, healthy states from day one. So that's a heck of a reset right there, right? You're talking less than a cup of coffee a day is the price of it. The other one I want to talk to you about is Eon.
For anything to do with your health.
Right there, right? And so we know that inflammation is the root cause of disease in the physical body. And we know that inflammation leaves us bloated, it leaves us in pain, it leaves us irritable. And so when we can reduce inflammation, we see great improvements in our health overall, right? But also when we're looking at getting rid of some of the things in our body that cause disease, and that's inflammation.
Stacy, I just want to kind of interject there. What I'm finding by using these supportive patches, the X39, the Eon, and others that you're going to mention, I find it even easier to eat healthier, to make wiser decisions. My brain is functioning clear to make wiser decisions. Yeah. And so anything that's been out of balance, including hormones in my body, which I know you're going to talk a little bit about in a second, is now working better. And I'm going to be honest, everybody out there, I have put on a lot of weight over the last 2 years. I've been lazy. I'm not going to blame it on COVID. I've been lazy. I've been sitting more, and what I found is because of my age and everything else, Stacy, my metabolism is not kicking in the way it used to when I'm younger. And I'm finding now that using some of these different supportive patches over time are actually starting to make some shifts in my being.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it also helps with your mind to clear that out and get you focused and clear, right? I'm going to do this. I'm committed to this, and it's going to make a difference. And you start feeling a difference, right? We know when we're in pain, we don't sleep right, and our bodies, everything gets out of balance, right? So that's really important.
I want to bring up one more thing before you go on to the other patches. There's a lot of people I know that say, but I'm healthy. I eat well. I exercise. But you and I, we read the body. We read the aura. We read the skin. We read the acupressure points. And I can tell they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. But they think they are. And so I just want to put it out there to all of you. Take a chance on doing the reset. Those of you that said you're committed, okay? Those of you that are still sitting out there wondering, do I do this, all right? Because you can think you're the healthiest people, but how often you, Dr. Stacy, we find that people get sick suddenly, all of a sudden, like everything goes out of balance, and or maybe they lose their life because of it. And you say, but how could that be? They were healthy, right?
Right. I'm going to take a little drink of water here.
Go right ahead. I remember when I owned a health food store, there was a woman that would come in and she would do the yoga classes all the time. And she was young and she would talk about working out. I work out. I go to the gym every day. And then I come here and I do this and I buy organic. She had a warning sign of a mini heart attack. And then she came back into the store. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And she went to the yoga class and she's like, yeah, I'm back to my gym. I'm back to lifting weights. Do you know she died 2 months later? 39 years old. Wow. She looked great. She was not overweight. But what's happening inside, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to teach everybody here.
Yes. Yes. All right. So I'm going to share with you a couple other patches because I know we don't have much time left. So I want to talk to you about you mentioned hormones. I want to talk to you about the SP6. SB6 is a patch that balances your entire endocrine system. When your endocrine system's out of balance, your body's out of balance, right? That controls your pituitary, your hypothalamus, your thyroid, your adrenals. So this is a fantastic patch to help that endocrine system get back into balance, which we know, of course, impacts our waistline, right? And it does help with curbing the appetite and boosting the metabolism. Okay, so that's a fantastic patch. Another one that is amazing for that extra fat we have would be Energy Enhancer. So this patch, what it does, it triggers beta oxidation. So it turns your body fat into fuel for energy. And so it burns an extra 300 to 600 calories per day, turns over our lymphatic system faster, which is our drainage system. That's how we get things out, right? Moving things through the lymph system. And so this is a fantastic addition as well. And then the other one is glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant, master detoxer, and master immune booster. And so this is amazing when you're looking at resetting your body and helping your body to eliminate toxins, heavy metals, things that are stuck in your cells and your cells aren't functioning correctly. We're going to flood your system with glutathione. It's the big antioxidant. It's going to get rid of all those free radicals, help you feel better, help you have more energy and vitality because it's getting some of that sludge out of your liver, right? And so these patches can be used individually, and they also can be used all together the same day. Gloria, last year at this time, we kicked off our tummy reduction protocol. And I remember seeing your before and during and after pictures in 30 days. We have very specific locations that we apply these patches to if you're interested in doing our tummy reduction protocol. So I say tummy reduction after the fact because I want you to understand the importance of what each of these do individually to help your body get back into balance in your health in many different ways, right? To achieve your goals. But if you combine them together, they have this synergistic effect applied to very specific locations on the body to help get rid of all that excess, especially in the midsection.
The inflammation and the excess water. So if you're looking for like the weight loss really fast with that, that's not what that's about. Just to be clear. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, this is not weight loss. This is tummy reduction, means getting rid of toxins, getting rid of inflammation, getting rid of excess, right? Fat, turning body fat into fuel. If you happen to lose weight, that's fantastic, but I highly recommend you don't get on the scale for 30 days. That's a big thing that Whole30 recommends. In SB, non-scale victories, we take front view and side view pictures. You do that once a week, twice a week. That's really important to monitor your progress by the pictures. You see what you look like in the mirror versus on the scale, because a lot of times, especially if you're incorporating great walk or a swim, or put on your YouTube and do some different types of tabatas or exercises, right? Even if it's just push-ups or sit-ups or whatever, leg lifts on the side of the couch, I don't know, you guys, but some type of movement is going to help your body obviously as well. We want to look at those things. Sleep, critical, movement, food, breath work, meditation, prayer, those types of things, getting out in nature, even if it's cold, even if it's here, bundle up and go for a walk, get outside and get that air into your lungs and get things moving, or, go to the mall, walk around the mall. My God, how many people do you see doing laps around the mall? So do something to get your body moving, something you like. I remember Gloria last year, she's like, I'm going to start dancing. We're going to dance. I'm going to dance through this 30-day challenge last year when we did that. So
we did a dance challenge a few years ago. One of the gals actually that I knew in Florida, she's like, let's dance. And so she started, doing videos on Facebook dancing, and then I got into it and everybody else got into it. And I'll tell you, it really did help us, lose the weight faster, feel better, get all the good hormones, the endorphins and everything going. And it was fun.
Yeah. Whatever kind of exercise is fun for you. And if there's nothing that's fun for you, you'll find something that you can do with yourself or with somebody else to be able to, get committed to that, because you need movement. Your body needs that. and
Yeah.
you'll sleep better, you'll feel better, you'll be happier. All the neurotransmitters, everything that's those hormones that are secreted during exercise, aerobic type exercise, get your body sweating, get in a sauna, something, right? I'm not saying you have to go and join Crunch Fitness or, for like $10 a month. It's not you can do something, anything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you guys, we just wanted to come in here and, talk to you about some options, some ideas, some suggestions, because a lot of times, like Gloria said, people don't know where to start or what to do. And so these are some things that we have found that have worked over the years and that we have utilized our tools in our toolbox to help us to be able to get into a better state of health. And that's what this is about. This is not about a diet. I've got to crash. I'm only going to eat this way for, X amount of days or weeks. And then I'm skinny and I'm done and I'll go back to the way I was before. These are about making lifestyle changes and doing things that you can incorporate slowly, whatever works and resonates with you.
Absolutely. So all of you out there that are committed, if you're watching the replay and you want to do the 30-day reset with us, it doesn't have to start on the same day for all of us. Staci and I, we already kind of did a kickstart already. Just get yourself prepared. Like Dr. Staci was saying, get the healthier foods. The healthier foods will feed your body with the nutrients and you won't have the cravings. Get the different things that we recommended if you're going through sugar detox, which I bet all of you will, including caffeine. Okay. So the cinnamon ginger one that also helps with that caffeine, detox. But the main thing is get started. I'm going to come in here and do some recipes and stuff for you because that keeps me accountable, Staci.
I know, girl, I hear you. That's why I take pictures of myself in the gym and I'm like, okay, I'm committed.
So what I want you all to do is take pictures of the healthy options that you're making and share the recipes with us. Because the more that, you do that for you, you're also doing it for us and we can do this together. So if you have any questions, put them down below. We'll come back and we'll answer later. But I want to thank you, Staci, for always being here for us, for giving your knowledge and your time more than anything. And, really showing our group of people here in the Science of Health Balance how to do this in a simpler way, because it really can be simple.
Yeah, it can. It just requires your commitment. Just decide. That's
Just
it.
say yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Gloria. Thank you all. I look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing you again soon. I'm sure we'll be live in here again soon.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a good evening
weekend.
and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.